In this video, we talk about fear of the Lord, what it means, and why it's good. Hey guys, welcome back to IAAJ, and this week we're going to talk about fearing God. And it's not really a subject that I'm comfortable talking about. It's not a subject I like to talk about. Because really, who likes fear? I mean, fear's not nice. It's not fun. It doesn't draw to mind images of cherubim and fluffy clouds where I'm always happy. Fear's terrifying. So why then talk about it? Well, two reasons really. Firstly, because over the last few weeks, it's something that God has really been beating up on me about. And it has, I always knew that heard of fearing the Lord is a good thing. And it always was an intellectual concept that I understood. But not really up until recently did I have what I would call experiencing the fear of the Lord. And it went from intellectual concept to soul-crushing experience that it is not comfortable. And it is very scary. But more importantly, why I want to talk about it is because Scripture over and over and over again refers to it. So obviously it's important to God. So that being said, let me tell you a few things that the Bible has to say about fearing the Lord and what it is. So it refers to it as the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. It's instruction and wisdom. Its reward is riches, honor, and life. It's the beginning of wisdom, the fountain of life. It gives strong confidence and refuge. It is the hatred of all evil. It is Zion's treasure. It causes one to turn from evil, and it leads to life, and whoever has it, their rest is satisfied. So that doesn't really coincide with fear for me. And over the years, it was always explained to me as what you could substitute the word reverence in there. And that's true. Reverence is part of fear of the Lord, but it's only part of it. And not until recently did I understand that sometimes it really means fear. See, it wasn't reverence that in the last few weeks has caused me to weep. It wasn't reverence that caused my heart to violently beat in my chest to the point of panic. And it wasn't reverence that caused me to wonder if God still loved me. It was fear. It was terror. So this fear has left me with more questions than I can answer in one video, but one question kept coming to mind, and that is, why fear? Why would God use fear? And so as I went to my dad and been talking to my dad about it and been trying to unpack this far bigger lesson than I can understand. And as I was struggling with this, I kept thinking, well, this doesn't feel like the beginning of wisdom. This doesn't feel like life. This feels like gut-wrenching condemnation. So why fear? And then finally, one word came to me, and that word was action. See, fear is one of the most powerful emotions when it comes to causing humans to act. We see it in the business world and sales and marketing. Advertisers use fear to make you want to buy whatever they're selling. We see it in parenting. We use fear to adjust a child's behavior. I mean, haven't you ever heard, wait till your father gets home, or quit doing that and I'm going to turn this car around right now? No Disney World for anyone. Well, that's playing on fear. And even our most basic response of fight or flight is completely driven by fear. So, fear is directly tied to action. And this fact isn't lost on our Creator. In fact, I think that's one reason why it's held so highly in the Scriptures, because it's how God calls us to action. You might even call it fertilizer for spiritual fruit. See, fear isn't comfy. It isn't fun. And it isn't happy. But fear of the Lord is good, because He's good. And the strangest part about the whole thing for me has been, the fact is, as my fear of the Lord grows, my fear of everything else shrinks. See, it forces out room for me to care about anything else, because I realize how much bigger God is than everything else. And as weird as it sounds, it's true. So, if you find yourself coming face to face with really understanding, taking it from an intellectual thing to really being afraid of God, know that it's okay. And strangely enough, it's a really good place to be. It's hard. It's scary. You're going to cry. You're going to get mad. But it's God creating spiritual fruit in you. It's God pushing out things that are taking up room in your heart that He wants. So be glad, even in the terror. Because no matter how much you fear God, He's still good. So let me end with this, a question. Have you ever experienced the fear of God? And if you have, I would love to hear about it down in the comments section below. Tell me your story of what it was like when you realized how holy and powerful God really was, and how much fear He deserves. Anyway, guys, as always, be blessed, love one another, and remember, it's all about Jesus. See you next time.